Alright, welcome back everyone to A Programmer Plays Scurge Hive. In our previous episode, had an interesting little time. And now, oh gosh. It's been a couple of days since I last played, and boy, that couple of days is just brutal sometimes. Do I need that? I don't think I need that. Good to know, but not actually useful to me. Don't know about it. Alright. Get me out of here. Never mind, not this way. Did not realize that was a one-way bit. To my knowledge, there's not a door there, right? I'm gonna double check. Yeah, no door. Alright, we're running in the wrong direction. This could be going much better. She's running in the wrong direction again. I don't think it's my, I no longer think that it's my controller. I think that that's a bug in the game. Because I charged my controller overnight, and yeah, it's having a bad time today. Oh, interesting. The enemies reset their positions when we did that. Ooh. This area is... This room kind of sucks, if I remember correctly. That's okay. Come down here so that I can kill you. Hopefully that'll be all that we need to do. Get past that. Shimmy, shimmy. Wait. Be patient. Alright, so that wasn't so bad. So it really must be just like, hey, you gotta kill the enemies. You can't try and run past them when you've got climbing coming up. so interesting the way that this game, like, it's kind of tough and overwhelming, but because the enemies drop so much health so consistently, a lot of times you're in kind of an interesting flow state of like, yeah, it's not actually that bad, you know? Alright, so, gotta get into that one. Go ahead and pop into here. Do a little save to reset our infection meter. Alright, so in here, is it possible? Is it possible that there's sort of like ledge or something that I overlooked previously? I guess I don't actually know what that thing did. Like, maybe I knew a couple days ago when I recorded the previous episode, but I have forgotten now. Oh, this is what we can do. Duh. Aha. Goodness gracious. Alright, cool. We've got 6 cards we can go in here. We are good to go. Also, I'm just now noticing that my camera is messed up. Ugh, 1 second. Alright, there we go. This recording has started off rough, I'm not gonna lie. Alright, so we've got a long room, but it immediately feeds into this room? That's interesting. Alright, here we go. Some lore. To Audrey Binsman. Security. Emergency procedures. In light of the recent events at this facility, it is requested that all security personnel to be equipped with the prototype cryostasis defense enhancement for their gauntlets. This addition will allow the personnel to flash freeze any rogue droids or escape specimens in order to be collected and destroyed. Rest assured that the effect will not harm personnel themselves. However, the duration of the frozen state is still unstable, so remind staff to not let their guard down. All preparations should be ready within 8 hours, so make sure all personnel head down to the basement to obtain their upgrades. Okay. I regret clicking on that again. I wasn't totally sure if like, my thinking was, well, maybe I found some lore on the wall, but there's separately another button that will open this. I was wrong. That's not the case. No. Okay. My water level's up. Okay, so that'll let us have water level down. Oh, there's gonna be a thing down. Okay. Yeah. Gotcha, 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 gotcha. Shit. Oh, that's such a long way to go. Oh no. And I have put myself through some hurt doing that. Climbing walls, but don't love that the camera is juddering there. A new upgrade has been detected. Updating map coordinates. Sit me on down. It's taking hits constantly. But at least we're leveling up. Oh, nope. Anything else? So we've got 2 ways to go here. This way is going to be a save. Excellent. I'll happily take a save. I'm curious with the design of this game, like, is there any downside to leveling up a bunch other than just, you know, the time investment? Ooh, okay. What do I think you are? Okay, you're... Okay. Thought you were... Yay, we did it! Goodness gracious. It's terrible. Cryostasis Gauntlet Enhancement obtained. Use this upgrade to freeze any enemy nearby for a short time. To use cryostasis, select this icon in the alignment selection menu. Oh, interesting that it's that direction. They keep surprising me with some of these upgrade placements. While enemies are frozen, they can be used to activate pressure plates. Okay. Can I latch onto them while they are... Okay, I was not expecting... I thought it was going to be... I'll be honest, I was not expecting that. That's honestly brutal from the perspective of from the perspective of someone who like isn't light sensitive, but like it's pretty sympathetic to people who are. Like that's brutal. That's a lot. I'm not epileptic, but how did that make it past Nintendo's? I remember Guacamelee. It originally had kind of a full screen flash like that. And Nintendo straight up just like made them change it. Okay, so I can't kill enemies while they're frozen. That's good to know. Alright, so where do I need to go next? I need to lower the water level. I think there might be one right there. Yes. Cool. That is, again, just brutal. And it didn't even work on this guy. I'm starting to get the impression that this might be like an optional item. That's 5. Where's the last one? Over there, which means that we pretty much have exhausted our possibilities over here. We have to go through this door. Speedruns of this game must be kind of hard on the eyes, to be honest. Just zipping through rooms, screen transitions every 2 seconds. Excellent, all right. We did it. It feels like there should be something going on there where I can like kill them or do something. Maybe we'll get a subsequent weapon, like a heat gun or something that you can smash them? Who knows? Possibilities are endless. Nope, nope. Girl, face the correct direction. It's so interesting that there's 6 weapons and not 8. You know? Like, it just feels weird to have a wheel that isn't aligned with the actual directions that the controller can do. Sound like they're straight out of, like, Doom. Come on. Hey, level up. Nice. Drag you all the way back around. I really do wish that there was a mod for making it so the camera doesn't lead us as much. Because realistically, that's probably like a one-line change to the original source. Now, making the mod, of course, more complicated because you have to hook in and recompile and all blah 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 blah. But like, man, it's probably not that much code to make this just feel so much better to me, which is always a little bit of a shame. And something that, if this game came out today, probably would be different, you know? I mean, it would certainly be different because the game would probably have resolution options, screen scaling stuff, and all that, but here we are. Alright. What is our status? We are level 19, so we've gained a few levels already in this episode. Got a lot of kills to our name. Interesting. Pretty short on upgrades, though. Interesting that this is like this. Alright, I think we're good to go. I think that's all that this area can give us. Alright, that should be it. The transport should be up and running. Transport Nexus activation confirmed. Prepare for local teleport. Okay. Ransol Generator Sentry Atlas. Alright. Whoa. Okay. guessed that it wouldn't be the same one again, and I guess wrong. Right? Hey, rude. Oh, oh! I got off my own rhythm there at the end, and it ended poorly. Oh man, we gotta redo that whole fight. It's a long fight. Remember to blink. First time that it's really felt like here you go. The rate of fire, the rate of recharge has really mattered. ran out of juice. No, no. Fire towards the monstrosity. Kind of a lot of incidental damage here, which I'm not thrilled about. Does that help? No, it does not. Oh boy. No! Oh. I had just like gotten into the rhythm. Oh, that's a bummer. All right, well let's see if we can do this fight again. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little tempted to go grab some levels just to have more health. I mean, like, we've just gotten to level 19, I think. So we need another 600 experience-ish to get to the next one. I just want to see, like, all right, what does that actually look like? So that thing gave me 3, I think. Yeah, each one of those gave me 3. So just absolutely atrocious XP on them. Oh, come on. Oh, interesting that guy didn't freeze. I guess because he's on a different level. And so then we're at 4615. 4626. So 11 for him. Not great either. Don't want to be fighting guys. Don't want to be fighting you either. That one gave me. Guys give me 5 each. Yeah. What about you guys? We're at 4655. 4669. Nice. So not great levels coming off of this. My impression is kinda. I'm probably about where the game expects me to be level-wise, by virtue of it would take a fair bit of running around and killing enemies in order to grab another level. course, I should. You know what I should do? No. She just goes in the wrong direction. I'll just be running to the left, and she's like, all right, this is what we're always going to be doing. I'm like, no. We only did that for a second. Now we're running to the right. All right, this room. What do you clock in at? So we are at 4694. 4730. So 36. That's not terrible in terms of grinding. Considering, like, you know, that's a relatively easy enemy to defeat. Now, this one, we're sitting at 4766. Nope, girl. 4823. Not too bad. Up so much infection because of stepping on the red gunk. So if I wanted to pick up another level, we could just, like, you know, run back into that room, run it a few times, we'd be fine. I don't know that that's a good idea. I don't think that actually is a good idea. I think we can just get better at this boss and we'll be A-okay. I mean, one more run in that room and we would level up. Hey guys, what? I'm going to do that off camera real quick. 1 second. And I'm back. I actually ended up getting 2 levels. Now we're level 21. Just because it took less time than I thought to get that one level. I basically walked into the room, bought a couple of monsters, and we got there, and I was like, oh, wait, I must have just done the math bad in my head. Or those initial monsters were dropping more than I thought they were. So I just ran the beginning of the room, just the beginning of it, a few more times, and now we're level 21. So that gives us a couple more mistakes. Let's try this boss again. feel like I'm overlooking some mechanic here about my recharge rate on this fight, because it just kind of feels a little bit out of left field. Also, I'm just now noticing that the boss kinda has a face. That sounds worse than I expected to. But you see underneath my 325, kind of top center of the column, kind of looks like a face. Up and down is way better. Yay! We did not need that level up. We didn't come anywhere close. See? Fakes. Fakes. Ink flies. Onwards! Or on, of course. Alright, time to fire this baby back up. Magellan. The main generator has to be operated manually. In order to power up the generator, activate the computer console. Okay. Manually? Then that would have required someone to turn it off in the first place. Alright, options. Let's see if my theory about previous areas becoming more dangerous holds true. Time to head back, and not a moment too soon. I don't see any real need for us to come back to this area. So it could be a hub and spoke kind of approach. Alright, kills 870. They've left themselves tons of room there, so if they wanted it to be, 100,000 kills, they totally could. Not that I think anyone in their right mind would do so. Efficiency 90%. That's interesting. I don't feel like I was at efficiency 90%. Biocore Complex. Excerpt 4. Into the Tiger's Lair. Whew. Glad that's over with. Magellan. Now that the power is back on, what's next on the agenda? Scans confirm that a teleport nexus has been powered within the Biocore facility. The big central nexus. I wonder what it leads to. Magellan, pinpoint the nexus. Affirmative. Updating map coordinates. Nexus location confirmed. Okay. We basically already knew that. Right, this room. So these guys actually don't seem worse. That's nice. New upgrade has been detected. Map coordinates that way. Literally just go right? This reeks of combat gauntlet. I don't know why she's running in that direction. I wonder if maybe... So, I know that this game originally had some slightly odd choices about input directions. The original Game Boy version, when you pressed up, it would go in the direction I'm currently running. Because the whole game's, kind of like angled at its side, right? And that's an interesting choice that a lot of people are not gonna like. And so in the DS version of the game, they changed it, and this game is largely the Game Boy version, but with that bit of DS-ness applied to it. So I'm wondering if maybe they had to do a little bit of a hack in order to make it do that correctly, and there's a hole in the hack that is like caching the inputs I'm doing and sending, like, incorrectly processing them. Hi Amino, yesterday while testing out that tether you lent me, I was tweaking the schematics when I stumbled upon a rather interesting effect. I was hooking onto sentry orbs when I found out that tugging on the tether caused an energy feedback loop, which shot me across the room, a rubber band effect you might say. I dubbed it the Jadan grapple effect. I think I narrowly avoided slipping a disc, but it was an exhilarating ride, albeit short. If you would like a cheap thrill, I left the upgrade program in my security locker. Note this only seems to work on sentry orbs. Also, you owe me a date. How about dinner at the cafeteria tomorrow night? Don't like the way that you phrased that. You owe me a date. Just feels weird. One down. We need to go. Let's hit up this save point because we have accumulated kind of a lot of infection. Won't hurt us to get our health back. Keycard acquired. Is there anything else in this room that I care about? No, get me out of here. You're fancy. There we go. Grapple enhancement attained. Use the grapple upgrade to tether onto sentry orbs and slingshot across gaps that are too wide to jump across. I don't know why they're putting so many C's in there. Across. Is that a Canadian thing that I'm not aware of? Maybe a French thing? Feather onto these floating sentry orbs and press the A button to slingshot across. See, they're doing it again. Across gaps that are too wide to jump across. The further you are from the orb, the further you will be launched. definitely see how this game's like ramping up. Yo, I don't know why she's going in there. It just gets hectic, you know? I really wish that that move would come out a little bit faster. Like, the screen flashes, that's fine. I mean, it's not really, but we'll say that it's fine. Screen flashes, and we see the effect go across, and then like, you know, the enemies are still going. It's only when the flashing effect stops that we really like, you know, are able to. If I get back up there, okay, have to. Ride this. It's fine. Alright, here we go. Nexus. Magellan, locate the security node for the Biocore facility. Updating map coordinates. Cool. Alright, we are at 99% infection. We have got 100%. Alright, this is the first time we've actually seen this. Yeah, we lose health fast. Losing 4 health every couple seconds, it looked like. Alright. So, planning out our route. Let's see if we can't go one of these bits. What I mean about like you have to like get these things. So we've now gotten 2 spots that I'm not super confident about. Let's see if we can't go this way now. That should be a fairly simple case of go up through here, hang a left, kill these guys for the XP. Honestly, that might be like the grind room right there. Because that is an easy kill and it gets multiple enemies in one go. those things just like permanently were destroyed or something once they've served their purpose? Because it's not necessarily clear that you've done it right. This area seems to be filled with poisonous gas. If you stay here, your health will drop very quickly. Okay. Oh, shit. Hey guys, what? I'm going to end this episode there. We pretty clearly need to go through that. So, like, maybe next episode we'll just, like, start with poisonous gas, sprint our way through, see how things go. But I just now noticed that I've kind of run over time. So, YouTube, this is where I'm going to end it for you guys. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this episode, and I'll see you next time. Bye!